The constraint at the core of this video came from a video by Andres Brunovskis. It is called Full CLA Class and the GI, and if you're interested in this topic, you should probably go and watch it. The idea is that a constraint for the bottom player to be gripping, here in this case a particular type of grip, collar or sleeve, is also a winning condition for the top player. It is in that sense an artificial winning condition. It is something that makes you win the game, but that would not make you score in a real jiu-jitsu fight. This is one way that these CLA games are not situational sparring. If we were doing situational sparring, we would be constrained by the value system of sport jiu-jitsu. Here, we create an alternate value system where breaking a grip is enough to win. We constrain to afford certain possibilities. Breaking a grip makes you score points, and this incentivizes behaviors and force players to explore certain areas of solutions. What is very important to me in a game like this is what is called degeneracy in the world of CLA and eco-dynamics. It means we want both players to develop the ability to solve a problem using different parts of their body. As a grip is stripped, the bottom player is looking to grip in an alternate manner. As the top player looks to break a grip, certain behaviors and possibilities emerge. The grip is not an end in itself for the bottom player. It is a way to create certain effects, to destabilize, to break posture. And in this video, we will go over the functions of collar grips and sleeve grips. I used to believe that the gi open guard was the most complex of all subjects in jiu-jitsu. I have watched over the years hundreds of hours of videos on the gi open guard. And if there is one thing that made me consider specializing, it's that gi open guard, supine gi open guard. I believe that I would never have enough time in my life to become proficient in gi and no gi because of that particular type of guard. And I'm happy to say that the CLA has given me a way to look functionally at gi and no gi jiu-jitsu, where now I focus on what is common between both sports. I don't see them as two things that are that distinct. I still see the main tasks of jiu-jitsu as being connecting, isolating, outbalancing, pinning, and I see the gi as just one option to control the body. Anyway, I hope this video is useful to you. Please understand that these games are used over the course of several weeks at our gym, and the tasks evolve over the weeks as we see our students get better. These games are not just meant to be played once or twice, but to be played over the course of several weeks. Thanks for watching, and please give us your comments and feedback. So a very easy way to get your students better at playing open guard in the gi is to use these two artificial winning conditions. The first one is at all time from bottom, you should be grabbing the collar. You should be looking to grab the collar very high for the purpose of breaking posture or maintaining a wrist to neck connection if you're including strangles in your game, or you should be looking to grab very low on the collar to entangle the leg. From the top, you can give your student any task or goal that seem fit at the moment, but add the winning condition that they can strip any grip on the collar, get their collar to be free for 3 seconds from any grip, and they win. So it's kind of like you're rethinking the rule set of jiu-jitsu, and now breaking a collar grip gives you 2 points. So this will incentivize a student to go in a certain direction that is not necessarily what you would see in a just free rolling or positional fighting, but it will force both players to look for certain possibilities. But don't remove the possibility of winning just by getting around the guard or getting chest to chest or connecting ends around the shoulder. Just add the artificial winning condition of breaking a particular type of grip, which is either collar or sleeve, and then you will see guard players look to maintain this grip and look to accomplish their goals with the specific grip that you constrain them to have. So the goals of the bottom player should not be to maintain a grip. It should be to destabilize, to break structure, to stand up with a connection, things like that. But by adding this constraint, they will find ways to destabilize, break structure with the collar. And it's important also not to give the collar as an end by itself. We need to give the function of the gripping sequences or the grips that we're telling students to explore. So as I said, look to grab the collar to break posture or to entangle the leg, but winning condition from the bottom should be off balancing, getting hips or hands to the floor, coming up on top, locking a triangle, things of that nature. The other artificial winning conditions that you could give to the top player is to remove any sleeve grips and prevent the sleeve from being gripped for 3 seconds. So this is also very useful for to develop all these lasso and spider guards that you would want to see in students developing in the gi. And once again, tell students what are the functions of these specific types of grip. And for sleeve grip, it would be probably things like remove a post or isolate the arm. And students are not confined to a specific grip. They are confined to an area of grip. So basically, you could start with your left hand on your partner's sleeve, and as he breaks it, maybe you grab with the other hand. Maybe as he breaks it, you grab on the other side. Maybe you reinforce the grip by getting a grip behind the tricep. Maybe you combine it with a grip at the collar, with a grip at the pants. But you can just use these two types of constraints and maybe add the task for the bottom player to always be connecting feet to shoulders, hips, and biceps and knees, and you will see emerge all of the guards that we want to see in gi jiu-jitsu. The version of the game that we're playing right now is about as open as it gets. The top player wins by stripping a grip, by getting chest to chest, or by getting knee on belly. Basically, passing the guard or stripping a grip gets you the win. When we play these games in class, I usually like to be more specific about ways to win or specific task. If I want the bottom player to build upper body connections like lasso and spider, I will give a winning condition that is tied to a chest down, head low passer. So the top player wins by getting chest to chest, for example, instead of knee on belly. If I want the bottom player connecting around the knees, like you see me doing here, I will give the top player a win condition that forces him to pass vertically. Basically, I create the conditions for certain types of behaviors. This is how I think of game design to build different behaviors. In this case here, it is lower body or upper body connection for the bottom player. Throughout the video, watch how the collar grips evolve. One hand might be gripping high on the far side collar, while the other grips low under the hip, maybe entangling the leg. Here I try standing up, but my partner comes up with me, keeping the collar. He wins. I cannot say I was ever really good with lapels until I started playing this way. Lapels can become very intuitive once you get down to the basic functions of what you are trying to do with them. As you play these games, watch how your students will combine grips with the collar and explore collar and sleeve combinations, collar and pants, isolating the arm, breaking the posture, doing all the things that we do in guard, but using different grips around the neck and the arms. As my partner extends his arm to keep the connection to the collar, I get over the knees and slide into mount. Being constrained to grip will create opportunities for the top player. That constraint on the bottom player is what here created the opening for me to get under his elbows. So lots of things will organize around this constraint, but we're never getting away from just basic knee to elbow connection. Now we're on sleeve grips. We're looking to remove posts and isolate arms. Moving behind the partner allows for a change of state. Gripping the sleeve, remove the post, and I make my partner fall with no post to catch himself. Here, as I break the grip and stand vertical, my partner uses the fact that my feet are now close together and he makes me fall on my butt. But I stand up and keep my sleeves away from him. That's how I win the game. Traditionally, making me fall would have been his advantage, but here what matters more is that he keeps gripping my sleeve as he tries to come back on top. As I try to keep the sleeve connection, I forget to connect my feet to my partner, and he closes the distance, getting chest to chest on me. Again, you see me push him up and try to break the sleeve grip. Doing so, I give up my leg, and as he tries to come up with it, I get him back in a superior position, reaching his wrist and opening a path to his chest. Now, with a combination of collar and sleeve, we isolate the arm, connect to the far leg, and change state to sweep over the removed post, getting his knees to his chest. When we grip the sleeve, we explore different ways to set the second hand behind the triceps, collar and sleeve, or sleeve and pants. This is degeneracy in action, using different parts of the body to achieve the same result. Here you see me compensate for a removed post. My left foot post where my right hand would go if my partner had not gripped it. That let me regain stability, change side, and flank the legs. My feet keep compensating for the end post I don't have, and in the end I break both grips and stand up to win. So as you've seen, this is a very simple way to work on the gi open guard without breaking your brain trying to memorize hundreds of grips and foot placements. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please let me know if this has been useful to you. Thank you.